They are city children. We're taking children out of their comfort zone. You know, they've never stayed in a hotel like this. The whole week will give them an experience that they won't have with their parents. Meaning behind this trip is they educate themselves by actually doing something, not just being told something in the classroom. My name is Annette Chapman. I'm a Vice Principal at South Island School.
My name is Abit. I am 15 years old. I am currently in year 12. My country of origin, where I was born, is India. I wanted to go on the Xiamen trip because I looked at what we were going to do in it and I thought it looked fun and interesting. There's a whole cycling portion and that's one of my favorite things to do in my free time. Cycling is one of my favorite hobbies in general. Like, I cycle every week.
我嘅名叫何卓希，嘉賓好。我係今年16歲，嚟自香港，今年讀緊12年班。我主要對中國歷史文化有興趣啲，可能係啲文化同我哋唔同咯，可以交流下啲文化思想。
My name is Chester Yu. I am 16 years old right now. Currently, I am studying at South Island School in year 12, and I am from Hong Kong. I believe that learning about other cultures will definitely give me a better understanding of the world around me, because I can take people's cultures into a perspective and ensure that I do not offend them or whatnot if I end up interacting with them.
Now, in the old days, of course, they didn't have that technology.
These are privileged children that live in a city. They come from all sorts of areas around the world. But most of these children have been brought up in Hong Kong. So for them to come to a place like this and to other places, they will learn about the culture of those places.
Personally, I'm very interested in Chinese culture. I really enjoyed the trip. Seeing the sort of interesting things like the Toulouse, this is really cool because it's very different from anything I've seen in Hong Kong, especially like the way they're built and all the history behind them. Toulouse are these sorts of structures that were built by the Hakka migrants here, protecting themselves and being able to sustain themselves. Learning more about these people, like the way they used to live. For example, bamboo is easily available to them. They're trying to go all the way to find a specific thing for it. They're making do with what they have, rather than searching endlessly for something they won't get.
这里的设施比较简朴，就是没有香港那么繁华。 有一个公共的空间给大家一起玩，每一个房间听得到其他人说话，感觉比较热闹、亲密一点。在香港，你都不知道你的邻居或者隔壁的这人是谁。
Do you see all these stone threads brush? You know, Chinese brush for Chinese writing. People from this family who you know, passed the imperial exam.
It was a chance to allow our children to see what China is, what kind of places people live in, and the whole experience of going to a Tulu. When they see all the surroundings and how beautiful they are, it really impresses them.
I would say it is the Tulo that is actually quite interesting because it's quite unique in the way that it is designed, all the defenses. Chinese culture always fascinated me. In this trip, I am very interested in understanding and getting to learn more personally how they speak Mandarin, why they speak this way, get to know them on a more cultural level.
Visiting the Tulus, I think, is really important in that they can see all the different kinds of Tulus and appreciate why they're there and see how families live together, why the houses were built, why they were built in that way. They're learning history. So all the things combined, I think, is important.
And also, like the food, I really enjoyed because it's very different to like the sort of things I'd find in a Chinese restaurant in Hong Kong. It was just really tasty. And I also really enjoyed learning Mandarin. I really think that to learn a language, you also need to understand the culture and the history behind it.
这次有一些对我的意义来说，就是可以感受到这里不同的哈卡文化，也可以跟不同的文化背景的人交流，就是这里的食物也挺好吃。专业扎实的那个人有跟我合作，挺顺利的，挺有趣，就是在香港做不到这些东西的。
Like, what have I learned? No matter what happens, just face forward, carry on. Even if things go wrong, things aren't going according to plan, try and be creative and just overall, just enjoy it.
In terms of challenges that I faced during this trip, I suppose I wasn't very good at cycling when I first started off, and I had to develop, and it was a bit difficult first, but I pushed on, and well, I'm here to where I am now, and I've learned a lot more and kept my body a little better.
改變嘅地方就係學識要同人哋一齊群體生活，因為呢個大部分嘅時間都係要大家一齊去進行。喺香港，我通常都算係獨來獨往，都唔係咁中意同人交往或者同人一齊玩，所以呢度嘅轉變都對我嚟講都幾日大，即係要學識同人相處。我覺得推廣呢種遊學嘅文化對大家嘅幫助都幾大咯，因為平時喺學校淨係讀書，好難多元化咁去成長。接觸下唔同嘅人，對自己第時嘅將來面對唔同嘅人都有幫助。即係你要適應唔同嘅事情，唔可以淨係讀死書啫喺學校，要多啲同人交流，去唔同地方認識下唔同嘅文化咁。
Hopefully my worldview changes because I love being exposed to new things and having my opinion of things change.
Welcome to the Hotel California. Any time of year, any time.
Singing is something that I wish to pursue, however, not as a career, but there is a future in me speaking and bringing my voice out to others.
When you're actually immersed in a culture, that is a very different learning experience. Being immersed in the culture is just so much better than looking at it on the internet or watching a movie about it. You're actually living it and breathing it and feeling it and smelling it. That's something very different.